Beloved, we back for another episode. I got the beautiful
Chrissy Chris.
Haas in the building.
And I got the big bro in the building, a special guest. Been looking up to him since I was a kid. Bro really came and really changed a lot of stuff around here, and he's trying to change a lot of stuff around here. He's standing on everything he believes in, and he also probably one of the top 5 behind that mic. The beloved I am Mizai. What's up, big bro?
That's what's up.
Podcast. Salute, man.
What's up, big bro? How you feeling, man? Tell us what you've been doing lately. I see you on that meth. That new meth joint is crazy.
Yes. Thank you, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Beloved podcast. Shout out to y'all first and foremost for the invite.
Mm-hmm.
I see y'all brothers as some energetic and innovative brothers and sisters. So shout out to y'all, man. There's a lot going on, man. We gonna have to talk about a lot today because it's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts.
Exactly.
But the meth look is dope, man. Been a fan of meth, since I was younger. Most of us in Staten Island, we came up in that world. So meth reached out. Basically, in 2018, on the first Meth Lab 2 album, we did the Staten Island vs. Everybody record.
Fire.
We was planning on shooting a video to that, but label it didn't go down. So then Meth reached back out for this new project, and so I got to give y'all a backstory real quick.
No, do your thing.
And I never explained it live nowhere, so y'all gonna get it first how that whole connection happened. I got a call to do a hook on a Meth record. Meth requested me, of course. That's my guy. So he said, "Yo, let's get Iron on this last 2-minute record, the single that they put out." So I went to the no, cut the fucking tape. That's the second joint I did.
Yeah.
Boom. The first record was Find God. That's how it happened. So I'm confused because last 2 minutes came out first.
Yeah.
So the first record was the Find God record. So I got the call. Bro, I need you. I need you to come spin. I need a hook. Went to the spot, heard the joint is fire. The Find God record is dope. I went, heard the beat, laid the hook, and quick 2-3 minutes got it done. So it's done. All I'm there is for a hook. That's all I'm there for. I say, you know what? Stretch the beat, bro. 100%. True story.
Okay.
Stretch the beat. I'm gonna take advantage of this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was, alright, if he like it, he'll keep it. If he only called me for the hook. If he only want the hook, he gonna double the verse and keep the hook. So I laid the verse on the Find God record, and I was confident that he'll like it. And so he liked it. He said, "Yo, bro, this shit fire. We keeping it with the verse, with the hook." So
damn.
Find God, there you go. You know what I'm saying? So now I see Meth at the Unity Festival. Holler at him, he pulled me up, he whispered to me, he said, "Yo, Mike, I need another one." Yeah. I'm like, "Big bro, I got you, easy work." Got the call about 2-3 weeks later to pull back up. This is the last 2 minutes record. This is the song with the video, the first single. So I went, now on the last 2-minute record, it wasn't no room for no verse or nothing. It was a small piece that, y'all see the joint, you know what I'm saying? It was that window, that bridge.
He said, "I'm going for it."
Yeah, knocked it out.
Going for it.
I ain't tell a dude, "Yo, stretch the beat on that," because that was only a small piece for that. So we did that. Thankfully, he picked it for the single. And it's almost at 2 million views, man. So it's a good look. It's a good look, man.
2 million, that's fire. But I wanna. That's so fire. And even though we said before the question, I want to get in because a lot of people know this Iron and they know that Iron. I want this after they watch this interview. I want them to know Iron. You feel me? Like So I want them like before the rap. How did you even get the rap and the life you was living that everybody know you was living? You heard like just talk about the transitioning from you growing up to you having to go through that and with the rap when you linking up with the Ruthless Bastards, probably one of the top 5. Feel me? Like you got a story, bro. So
100%.
like how was it growing up? Before the rap shit, when you was like, alright, I'm outside, I gotta be outside to do what I gotta do.
Growing up in New Brighton, man, I mean, and Haas remembers this story. Haas was there, he was around. So growing up in New Brighton, it was rough. Just like any other inner city neighborhood around. I mean, I always like to say, the inner cities across America are all the same. You know what I'm saying? We understand what the poverty looks like, what the resources look like. It ain't nothing there for us. So just us growing up there, A lot of us don't have both our parents. You know, my father was murdered when I was 10, and so it kind of crippled the family when the dad go. You know what I'm saying? He's the guy. So he was murdered, and for me, I got brothers and sisters, but my life was a little different. I'm the only one that kind of went to the street. You know, my other brothers, they dibbled and dabbled, so and Kev, but it wasn't for them. I actually wind up from a lot of that trauma selling drugs 20 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? And I always explain this story all the time, how traumatic that experience has been. People think selling drugs shit ain't cool, man. You know what I'm saying? It's rough. You say to yourself, bro, you sold drugs 20 years. Can you imagine the trauma that comes with that world, being in that world? It's a lot,
bro.
It's a lot. Constant paranoia. It's a lot. You got to be moving how you move. You're getting into shit. And so just coming from that world, family, is like, it's been rough. It's been rough, you know. And so we're starting to grow up, right? Chip on our shoulder. I actually put this in one of my records, in the Pain record that we got the single out for. I wanted to get revenge on the people who killed my father, because I grew up and I was active. So it was like, I'm spinning. Before the word spinning was right. It was like, I want to get back, and I had that mentality for a lot of years. Thank God I never, did that, and I grew to a point. So it just started off there, y'all. Just that trauma from my father being murdered, growing up in under-resourced neighborhoods, just like a lot of us, and just went to the street, and that's where we at. Yep.
When you say that, so about the trauma of your father passing away. Did they ever solve that? Or you said you wanted to get revenge on them. Did you ever find out who did it? How did that work out for you?
Right. So I found out as I got older. Remember, I was only 10 years old. Those feelings of revenge didn't come till I was 17, 18 and active. I'm 16 years old, 16, 17. I got 16 firearms in my crib. I used to live on York Avenue, and I had a basement where it was a drop down basement, like just scaffolding type shit. I had a gun placed from wall to wall, just on planks. And I was the gun guy in the hood, you know. I was that was the mentality. It was just, I'm out here, it's smoky. I was, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't right. I was mentally
Iron Mind, infrared.
Hey, I mean, that's
we not promoting it.
No, but it's
That's Iron Mind.
No,
but it's true.
But it's true.
One of the things that I love about knowing what you do and who you are, Mike, is that when we talk about the culture and turning negative into a positive, you really are the epitome of that. You really have ate, slept, and breathed that. You don't just talk about it, you then became that. And we don't get to see a lot of people who do that. They just say, oh yeah, you got to give back to the community. Oh yeah, no, that is who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know,
That's a fact.
tell us this journey. Tell us about that journey of being a hood dude, running the streets, and why even care? Why even give back? Why want to go back and do any of this? Any of the stuff that you do as an activist?
It took a lot of prayer, man. I prayed my way out. I'm sharing the story with the Beloved podcast.
So
I was in 476 Richmond Terrace, and I had a half a brick. My bro, I'm not gonna say his name, he was the guy. Osno, right? My bro was the guy. He was the plug. So anytime I needed work, I would get a brick, half a brick on consignments. My brother, I'd make the money and pay him. I was actually in a moment, sis, where I was in 476 Richmond Terrace, where I was selling drugs 100 miles an hour. I had the whole projects. I had it. It was like some Carter shit. Like, it was really, this is my real life. I was at the table. Some of the coke was being cooked up, turned into crack cocaine. Turned into crack, and I was smoking, and I actually broke down. I had a moment where I broke down. I was thinking about my pops being murdered, maybe 2 or 3 buildings up from where I was. Just thinking about my life. My kids was upstairs on 7. It was a lot. I just had a breakdown. I had a little bit of money. I had a car. Why you breaking down? The fuck, you good? A person would think you good. No, I'm not good. I prayed. I said a prayer, man, and I prayed. I didn't know who the fuck I was praying to at the time. I know now, but back then I didn't. And so I prayed. I just asked the Most High to get me out of this shit, because I know I'm gonna die. or I'm gonna kill somebody that I know or love.
Yeah.
And so I prayed, whatever. Next day, I'm back in the shop selling. A few weeks later, I got a call for an opportunity to join a anti-gun violence organization. So for me and my bro, it was kind of like, well, you Iron Mike, that's a hell of a flip.
Yeah.
You out
It's
here,
a hell of a flip.
it's a hell of a flip. How do you do it? But I was invested in change because I always been. And Haas knows this. I always got to revert to Haas because he knows.
Yeah.
I've never been a grimy, sleazy person. Even selling drugs my whole life, I had a lot of integrity, humility, and love for people. I never treated the buyers no type of way. I always treated them with respect. And that's why I made a lot of money too.
Yeah.
Because I was
You didn't treat them like fiends.
not at all. And so
Everybody's a person.
You had empathy.
right. So I'm saying that to say, those things started to manifest in my life, just that energy. So got the opportunity. I got the call now, y'all. I got the call to do this work. Now I'm struggling. Of course, it's a struggle. I'm this guy. I'm Iron Mike from Ruthless Bastards. But now you're going to be out there pushing peace and talking about. So it took me 24 hours. I said, yeah, because you know what it was, Beloved Podcast. It's like I said to myself in those 24 hours, what did the life of Iron Mike get me? It got me almost 13 years in prison. It got me almost killed. I had to, transgress, what I'm saying, on people with firearms and stuff. And so I said, no, fuck that. This is an easy choice.
Yeah, it's an easy flip.
I'm off that. And I made the transition. Now, of course, your life just don't change like that. You have to work for it. I've been doing this work 10 years. Since then, being
That's fire.
being a part of the anti-gun violence organization, using my popularity, credibility, notoriety to share my experiences with the youth.
And to stop a lot of violence, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
You're stopping a lot of violence, bro.
That's what
But
we
you
do.
said you said something, bro. Like, and then like when you said you just sat in that apartment and broke down. How old was you?
I was about 27.
All right, cool. So what? Like that's when cause y'all was going through mad stuff, bro. Like even you said your dad died. You feel me? You outside. You even had Sandy that got killed.
Right. So with my brother, he's actually Sandy Rock was actually the first experience with like death that affected me on a level that it changed my life. I felt his death more than my father because I only had 9-10 years with my father. I had 20 years with Sandy. Every day, my close friend, day in and day out. You don't hang with your dad every day, So it may sound weird, but Sandy's death affected me more, and I was more crushed and hurt. Losing Sandy, I just had more time with him. I grew up with him. It's different. At 10, you don't really fully understand with your pops and stuff. That effect happens then, and then it affects you later on in life. Like I'm 40 now, and I wish my pops was here because I need him now. Even with everything I'm going through, just somebody to kick it to.
Yeah.
My pops, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Sandy's death was a blow to myself and everybody who loved him. Staten Island, that was my guy day in and day out. And it's kind of like why I do the work I do today. You know what I'm saying? He's inspiration for me. Senseless gun violence is something that I've been a part of on both sides. Almost got killed. Sandy was alive. I'm gonna share the story with y'all. There was I had some drama on Jersey Street on Hendricks. There was a dude who was not from where we were from, telling us we can't sell on the block. Where we're from?
Yeah. This is.
So anyway, Sandy was alive at this moment on Hendricks. So there was a moment that happened where he pulled out a firearm. He came to us. We were selling on Hendricks. He pulled out a firearm.
Dude.
The dude
Oh,
pulled out a firearm. And first instinct is to run, right? I walked to him with the gun out. He had the gun. I ain't have no gun. So think about what the mentality was. I wasn't thinking. Even now, I say to myself, that was the dumbest shit you could ever did. I walked to him and was up in his face like, you pussy, you ain't gonna do yada yada yada. He lifted up and started firing. Now I'm running now, of course. As soon as he lifted up, I spun. I'm bringing that up because Sandy was there. We flipping over fences and shit running, whatever. So we all escaped that moment. Sandy wound up being murdered maybe a year later, 2 years later, senseless. He was asleep in the car. He was getting a ride home. So dudes he was with got into some shit. Sandy was murdered while he was asleep.
That's crazy.
Getting a ride home. They got into some drama over there right off of Westervelt and Victory. They stopped at the gas station. The dude spun that the car was beefing with. He came back and shot up the car. Sandy got shot in the back of his head and his neck.
And he was going to Rhode Island that year, right?
Yeah, he was only home for just a weekend.
It was him and somebody that was going to go at it in college that I always.
Yeah, I think it was Dante Jones, one of those dudes, right? One of those dudes who made the league. And so, of course, we still feel that today, 20 years later.
That's a fact. I think that was like the first blow. Like you said, it was a blow for you,
right?
Even more so than your pops. And for us coming up, that was the first blow. It kind of demoralized a lot of Staten Island. Like, and I don't think like the outside boroughs, we get knocked, Fifth Borough, Lost Borough, whatever. But they don't know that moment fucked us up.
Yeah, it did.
Real talk, and it messed momentum up. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like getting taken aback because I feel it now. Because outside New Yorkers don't get why they wouldn't know because they don't live it. They don't they experience that somebody that was we looked up to saying we looked up to you. That's why what I'm saying. And it's like it would you know what I mean? Like damn.
Yeah.
What else do we have now? You know what I mean? Now niggas, you see the trajectory of what happened after Sandy.
Right.
And
things went left.
It went totally left.
It was a dream kill.
That's what I'm saying.
They killed a lot of our dreams.
Yeah. It's and
it really put us on a path, that we are still recovering from to this day.
That's a fact.
Hey, yo, how you like, Mike talked about his joint. How did y'all deal with that in Curtis? Because wasn't you in Curtis when that same shit happened? No,
I was young. I was still like,
all right, cool. Now,
that's
Curtis.
I was in Curtis, but
Curtis like crazy. Like,
I mean, you gotta just. I can only imagine because it hit the hood.
Yeah.
So
because his legacy was even crazy when y'all was playing ball. They was still talking about Sandy, so that had to be
I'm telling you,
Sandy was the. You feel me? Like I used to love riding past New Brighton and see that spray painted wall. That was like a
Curtis.
That was
like practice watching all the Sandy tapes. You know how many times we watched the tip off?
The
infamous tip off?
Tip off.
Oh, the tip off when he dunked it.
When he just first dunk on the games. The whole fucking stadium went crazy. Like, and you could have even been there for the moment, like there, like. Or you could have just lived the legend, and a lot of us lived the legend because a lot of us wasn't in New Brighton. A lot of us wasn't from New Brighton to be able to be like, damn, I see Sandy every day. Yeah. So niggas from West Brighton or whatever, it maybe wasn't that deep because
for a lot of people,
you know what I mean. We see Sandy every day. It's like our legend. We see him walking the joint. We see him playing Tim's, like busting niggas' ass in Tim's.
That's crazy.
So it's sad.
What's your favorite Sandy moment? You got a favorite moment with him?
My favorite moment. Well, we had a fight. Me and Sandy had a fight.
Yo,
we used to fight. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? We used to fight. I love him. That's my brother. You fight. When you're growing up. I don't know, man. Sandy was an asshole a lot of times too. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. I could tell it.
Yeah, he was a slick guy.
Slick mouth.
Yeah, slick.
Hey, you talk about brutally honest, and that was him, and that's why you loved him, and you missed that when he was gone. You know what I'm saying?
So someone that does you came from this crazy background, this crazy history. Right. You turned it around. You made something extremely wonderful, positive, upbuilding for the community. You're giving to so many people.
Right.
What gives for you? Like as a black man that has dealt with PTSD, clearly, your dad dying, being in the streets, seeing the craziness. You are now pouring into so many people.
Yeah.
What pours into you? You have your dad now.
Right.
So if you want to share a little bit about that would be great.
That's an amazing question. And I think for me, of course, my children, they give me, my favorite part of my day is going home. Because in between those hours are very hectic. Of course, music gives me peace, You know, I still do music. But I just like being around like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? Me coming here today is good. It pours into me because I know the vibe is right. I know the people who's a part of it, and I'm able to tell my story and speak. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, things that are positive. I'm hearing y'all talk, and I'm like, these conversations are not happening in the world. It's about spinning. It's about this. It's about bullshit, right? But being able to build is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get filled up by helping people and seeing how far the work goes, you know what I'm saying? Being able to provide for my children, because my whole story is I'm just out here working. I got my hands in a lot of things, and I say that with all humility. Not on people want to.
Yeah, they want to. I
say. But I'm just a working man, providing for my family, trying to create multiple streams of income. Not that money is everything to me, because it's not.
But it's something, though.
It's something. It's something. Because back to my prayer, I just pray that the Most High provide a legal way for me to provide for my family, and He's done that immensely. So I'm not going to forsake that. He answered it.
Amen.
Beloved.
Yeah.
When I with the double back with Chris, do you know your influence? Are you aware of it?
It's a question. That's the question.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the whole question of this whole interview.
Are you aware of it?
And you know what, Haas? My brother.
Real talk, bro.
I don't, because I have a staff member who works with me. She's my sister, and I love her. She asked me the same question. And I still have yet to fully answer it, because I really don't. I don't. You know why I don't, y'all? It's because I just kind of feel like I'm doing it. I don't look back and see it to try to see it. I'm just doing it, Haas. But that's the question, because I struggle with that. People, because you know what I asked her, and I asked people, I said, I wonder how people view me. So to answer your question, Haas, I wonder. I'll be wondering, bro, how people view me. Like,
I think,
because I just feel I'm just a regular dude, man. Like, people who know me, it's like, yeah, when I'm around, bro, he ain't on nothing. He don't talk about much of the shit, right? So it's like, I ask people that.
I think that's the brilliance, bro, because it's
you might be talking them out of doing some shit.
Yeah, I mean, for me, and I don't want to be personal or biased, but because you said your house was there, right. and I was just a little dude, and I was like, I looked up to you, everybody, right. and I think that's a good question, because like she said, you give so much of yourself, and is it ever? And it's not like you want the return, or it's like, yo, give it back, but is it ever coming back your way? Because you give, you know what I mean? You out in the, you know what I mean? Like, you put your, like, this whole cipher we talked about even prior to this episode is like coming together, because it's like, we said, did Eminem make it hard for him to go to Target, or did the people make him hard to go to Target? You know what I'm saying? So it's like the same with you. It's like you give yourself so much to the people, and is it like, can you just have your own time? Like,
hey man, it's tough. I think I always go back to the prayer, and I say that, well, that's where my blessing lies, right there. Yeah. Come on, when you recognize something that you pray for and you get it, it changes you, man. It could change you. You don't want to forsake it. You don't want to play with that. You don't want to jeopardize it. You don't want to. So it's, as far as hey man, I still have yet to find that. You know what I'm saying? I still have yet to find.
That's lit though. I mean,
a lot of people hear what he just said though, because y'all think y'all didn't even hear what he just said. A lot of people get what they pray for and don't be thankful for it.
No.
Y'all gotta really hear. A lot of people be asking, yo, let me find this girl that'll love me, never come out the crib, and they get it and they cheat on her. You feel me? Or like, yo, let me get this to get my team right, and then they get it and they backdooring their homies, taxing them. That's like, y'all gotta remember the stuff that y'all pray for, and you feel me? Like you gotta remember what you pray for, bro, and then have that faith.
If you really know, like, you know, the Bible, if you believe in that sense, it says don't mock God. So you're mocking him, because if he gives you what you prayed for,
you zoning
and
God,
then you don't get and you don't appreciate it, or you don't, you know, then you're hindering any more blessings, because if he gave it to you and you're kind of like forsaking what he gave you, like Mike said, then
Right.
Niggas is running off on a plug on God.
That's right.
Giving them the blessings. Niggas is running off on the plug. Y'all giving them the love, and they like, fuck it, it's
What's
up.
the movie after they with Mike?
What's that?
Mike Epps.
Yeah,
It's like Mike Epps like, God, give me this shit.
God give me this shit.
Like,
They running off on the
that's
plug
a great
on God,
movie,
bro.
man.
Y'all gotta start
True.
being recognizing y'all blessings, man.
You know what it is?
Recognize y'all
It's
blessings,
just being
man.
able to be in the moment, and because you just pray that you're given the opportunity to remember. Oh shit! Because I didn't remember the prayer until a few years into the work, and I said, "Oh shit!"
this is
Facts, though.
That's what I
Because I
asked.
started with the program doing the anti-violence work as a employee.
Yeah,
Now I'm running.
course.
run
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah.
So it's
Fucking-
different. It's
Yeah.
different.
That's fucking
Thank you.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I, recognizing it, and it reminds me of what we deal with in the street, the mentality that we deal with, the youngins who we love, even the ones who are not in their right mind. Being in the moment and recognizing what you're doing in the moment and what's going on is the toughest part for anybody. I know what the mind is like when you firing that shit and when you want to get back. In the moment, you're not thinking.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a very skewed time for you. And it's the same thing with your blessings. You just pray that you get the vision and you get the understanding in the moment. Because none of us really think in the moment. We all go through, we all still go through stuff in our regular life. And in the moment, we ain't kind of thinking.
We just.
I'm not sitting
Marcus
up here
was
on
saying
the
that.
podcast like
That's a
perfect
fact.
dog.
Marcus was just saying that. That's why I keep pointing to the nigga.
Before we leave, we play a game
Yeah.
that's called Beloved and
yeah,
Unbeloved.
Unbeloved.
Okay? So, go ahead, Haas. You
All
got
right.
it.
Is this beloved or unbeloved? Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lane situation. The doctor just came out and said it was glass. Is it beloved or because I was riding with homegirl.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like protect our queens or whatever. And now I feel bad because like homie's career is almost over. But so is that beloved? Like how can you beloved or unbeloved?
The jury's still out, man.
Yeah, see?
You know,
He said, I ain't been going for that long. Allegedly.
yeah, the jury's still out, and I think, whatever that's like, because there's so much weird stuff going on behind that world.
That shit was weird. The weirdest story.
We don't know what to believe now. Even
Yeah.
stuff that is shoved down our throats.
Yeah.
Hollywood,
Exactly.
the entertainment. It's like, is it a diversion? Because there's a lot of other stuff that we need to be paying attention to in our lives and what's in front of us for our family. So, but I think the jury's still out.
All right,
So
that's
that's unbeloved or that's beloved?
It's
I mean-
neutral.
It's neutral. It's nothing. It's y'all.
Y'all can put it where y'all put it.
I think it would be unbeloved.
I think it's beloved
That
because
may
it's
be
out.
beloved then.
Yeah, I
It's
still
beloved
support it.
then.
I got one right now, and a lot of people are gonna go off
You got
this
one
one too
beloved.
because they respect you. A lot of young kids respect me. Haas is respectable. Everybody is talking on these kids that's dead, smoking them, beloved or unbeloved. And how are you against it? Because I'm totally
That's a good
against that, man.
Right.
Y'all gotta. Even my young boys. I'm telling y'all in the camera right now, and I tell you that off the camera, man. It's nothing in the life for you, bro. When you die, it's not going to be World War III. Nobody's going to spin for you. Your best friend loves you, but he's not going to spin for you. They don't want to die or go to jail. That's why 98% snitching on y'all. But when y'all smoking on these little kids, they mothers hearing it, their daughters
that shit
hearing
is
it,
for
their
real.
uncles hearing it, and you might be in Stop and Shop and a 70-year-old knock your head off because you talking about their nephew, bro. You feel me? The street shit is played out, and you got one of the biggest bros that ever did it on here telling y'all that y'all gotta wake up and stop doing that dumb shit. But
100%. No, unbeloved, super, triple unbeloved.
Triple
I think,
unbeloved.
To your point, Flea, just talking about the disrespect and the damage that it does. Growing up in the era we come from, we seen a lot of bodies drop. We seen things. It was left there. Nobody never continued on in that space. I think the disrespect has gotten so crazy just between people, our people, the generations, the ethnicities, the hate is something that's present everywhere. And I think we just got to teach our youngins to love each other. And there's a lot. Of course, there's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
It ain't just a broad statement. But unbeloved, 100%. We're not doing that. You know, because you're gonna grow up and say, "Damn, that wasn't it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I say what you said when we was talking to Lyric. We need more people. We teaching y'all how to be a technician. We teaching y'all how to work these cameras. We teaching y'all how to. While we teaching y'all, we gonna unpack that. What's up, little bro? What you been going through? We don't got nobody doing that, but yeah, I think that's unbeloved too, man.
I don't have one. I gotta think.
Nah, but just to say, but because just while you think, Shaq said to his kids, "Yo, we don't need another basketball player in the family, yo.
We don't need a doctor, a lawyer."
You know what he said? But if y'all want to play, I'm gonna show you the blueprint to get there.
Right.
But
that's heavy.
we don't need that. You know what I mean? We need doctors. We need niggas to do regular jobs.
Right.
Like, so if everybody want to be I don't know, but Chris.
I don't know. I just want to give you your flowers.
Yeah.
I think that it's important to give you your flowers. You do a lot of work, and you put Staten Island in a position that most people don't even think of or exist of. So I think that's important. You don't have to do it, right? Like a lot of times people who do activism work, you don't have to. It's something that you want to do. It's something you're passionate about because you don't go into it for the money. You go into it, the money comes later, your blessings come later. You go into it because you really believe in it. So I really want to give you, from all three of us, your flowers for what you do.
And you be off the island with it too. And you be with Eric Adams.
Eric Adams, yeah. You
be with the mayor. My bro be with the mayor. That's crazy. I be looking at it like, nah, that is crazy.
Boom. Was Eric Adams beloved or unbeloved?
And he
said beloved.
He said beloved.
Yeah.
How you feel, Eric?
About Eric Adams?
Yeah, beloved or unbeloved?
He's in the middle.
He's in the middle right there.
Because, I mean, you know, look, man.
It's commendable.
He's a cop.
Yeah.
He comes from that world. We're watching him. He supports the work that we do, and I respect him. I got his number in my phone.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's my brother. And,
Yeah.
And I want him to do the right thing. But, you know, we're going to hold people accountable.
Yeah, you got to hold accountability. Hey,
I hold my friends accountable.
That's a fact. Everybody, that's what our producer Marcus, me and Marcus always talk about, holding accountability to everything. Accountability. But I'm going to fuck you up with this one though. Yo, who's your favorite Ruthless Bastard?
Yeah.
And say they hardest verse right now.
Oh, man.
Your favorite Ruthless Bastard. That's good right there. A lot of y'all wasn't outside. Ruthless Bastard.
I got a question too after that too.
Flea, come on, bro.
You gotta tell me your favorite.
So from that era, it would have to be probably Shaq Gotti.
I knew he was gonna say
It would
that.
have to be him. I just think he has so much charisma. He was a superstar.
He was a superstar.
Yeah.
I think what everybody got to understand about Ruthless was that we were billed as the next Wu. You guys know we were traveling.
That's a big fact.
And whatever happened with the record deal, there's a lot of possibilities.
Oh, word?
That we were blocked. That we were.
Oh no! Oh, I know that. Yeah, definitely.
But again,
I noticed. Yep.
We had we had the identities that matched the Wu. We had the personalities. Myself, Truck, Gotti, Blizz. Right? We had it.
Oh my goodness, yo.
Gotti was the guy for me because of the charisma.
Yeah.
The content, the wordplay.
Yeah.
He was just dope to me.
You got a hard Gotti line or nah? You know what I'm saying?
Gotti got a bunch of them.
I don't.
He shot Gotti. Yeah.
Sure.
He got a lot of stuff. Man. I spoke to Gotti.
Word.
Helping him out.
That's what's up.
Some letters for him.
Get
him back on the
That's
soil.
a good dude right
Hopefully
there.
he transitions mentally.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Because it's tough.
Alright. These cold days got me in a physical rage, walking through this dark passage, this invisible maze. My individual is criminal, but lyrical plays.
I'm glad you said that. I wanted to say this.
Yo, I am like, can you talk about
I can.
That shit is ridiculous. That shit is.
Say it again.
You know what?
I don't know if I could get it out like that, but because I was like, yo, this shit got to be in my head. You know what I mean? The moment.
This is 20 plus years ago. The beautiful thing about that verse and where I was at that moment, that was the verse that introduced Ruthless to the world. It was 8 bars that introduced us. Remember, if them 8 bars don't fly, you don't. It's the rest of the song ain't getting no play.
I mean, that's the start of the song,
right? So those bars actually, I'm still in a position 20-something years later doing music because of those bars. You know what I'm saying?
That made me a fan from the day one.
And it's a classic. I think
that's a super classic.
Premier people, you talk about in the world of hip hop history, the record is a classic, and I'm just thankful to be able to be a part of that with those brothers, my brothers. And those eight bars did it. That changed my life.
That shit is crazy, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, I remember we was. I told Lips this shit. We was in some New Brighton house party. in the basement. Doo-Wop played that shit like 13 times, back to back, and it's the same energy every time, niggas.
And we just did it
How
at
that
the
shit
Unity
dropped.
Festival last year. The
Oh my
shit
goodness.
rings off. I'm like, this is crazy.
Shit is.
As a grown man now, you know, to do that record and it rings. I still like the fucking song.
This is
You know what I'm
amazing.
saying?
That
I'm
shit
like,
rings
that's
off,
crazy.
huh? That shit rings off.
It's
What,
still
you was
good.
signed to Wu-Tang Invasion shop, right?
Yeah, so we were signed.
How
to
that
Wu-Tang.
feel to get signed to the Wu though?
It was dope. I mean, we were fresh off the street. We had guns on the tour bus. It was different, y'all. I mean, you know, we probably got to do part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna come back, y'all.
It was a lot. We were moving crazy, and we didn't fully understand the magnitude of our possibilities of where we could have went and where we could have took it. So drugs, death, jail, it kind of broke up the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was some possibility that we were shelved because of our promise.
Shit.
Cool.
And it could have possibly put not a
swerve.
stop,
Yeah.
but now there's another group
Facts.
just as dope.
Cool. I got 2 more questions. If you gonna end this, you remember you said you was in your crib, like, you feel me, breaking down, right? So say if you got a time machine right now, you could go back and tell you right now breaking down. What would you tell that person right now? Like, on some real shit, like, what would you tell him? Like, you feel me? Like, what would you tell the younger Iron at that moment right now? Like, or like a kid like you, like, what would you like make sure he knows after you talk to him? Like, yo,
'Cause
now
that's
you gonna
what I do.
understand this.
Right, that's easy, Fleet. That's easy. Just keep believing. Just keep believing. Keep believing. And the first opportunity that you get to get out the life, take it.
Damn.
Because that was my first opportunity, and I took it.
You took it.
And we y'all know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah, it's a fact.
It changed my life. I'm able to change people's lives. I got 40 staff members beside me.
Lit.
People who come from the world that I come from,
And
men
taking
and
care of
women.
their families.
Everybody's taking care of their families, and so hey, we writing checks, man.
I want to thank my boy for coming out, man. I just wanted you to know that, bro. We respect you. We love you. We see you, bro. We appreciate everything you're doing, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, you gotta, like, when you leave here, I want you to know that you're really doing what God sent you here to do.
Right.
You feel me? What? Feel me? Like you doing what you was here to do, bro. And you saving lives, if you know it or not. So, if this was like your last. Now, I'm not saying I'm not speaking up, but say if the energy go off and this is one of your last episodes that people could see, right? What would you want a person that's watching your interview to go away with to know about Iron Mike? Because we done covered you from the beginning to the middle to the end. You feel me? And we coming back with part 2 because he talking about that woo shit.
Right.
You feel me? This how much layers is in Big Bro.
It's a
What
lot.
would you want them to know if this was the last time they seeing you? Like, who are you? What you represent? What are you? You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. About me, I'm spiritually grounded, man, and that's what it is. A lot of people don't know that. They think the world that we come from, we don't have that in us. But tap back into your spirituality and connect back to the Most High, because I'm everything that's happening in my life. I'm a co-author of a book. We on bus stops all across New York City.
Facts.
The music is
Yeah.
things are happening. There's so much. I got my own organization. We got just signed a 3-year lease for Penny Perry Inc. I'm still running True to Life. There's so much happening, but only because me tapping back into connecting with the Most High, and He's
That's
been
fine.
blessing me more than I can imagine.
That's lit.
Talk about the Most High. I want to thank you, Big Bro, for pulling
Love.
up. Let me get a beloved
Love.
before we get out of here, man.
Beloved, you know
Beloved.
what it is.
Yeah, man.
Salute the family, man.
Shout out to Iron, shout out to True to Life, man. Beloved.
Yes,
We gonna
salute.
link soon. We gonna do some double joint ventures.
Part
soon,
2 coming.
man. We gonna
It's necessary.
Yes,
get
part
back
2.
to these young boys. Live
Peace,
event
peace
or
and love,
something.
y'all.
Peace.
Yep.
Peace.